What's up, everybody? So we're out here in my garage and we've got some terrible pitting action happening. This garage floor cement has been epoxied over, has suffered some serious disruptions in the last, who knows, 10, 20 years. And we're gonna be DIY fixing it in this video. We got a quote to do it professionally for about 3 grand, 3,200, something like that. And we're gonna spend about 80 bucks today fixing this up. So here's the pits. You can see it's no joke, very deep. And this is just simply not a good thing. So we're gonna fill, the primary goal of this video is gonna be to fill these pits to get a relatively smooth surface. I've got this self-leveling compound that I bought, and we're gonna be using that today. Now, please don't laugh at me. This is a DIY approach. It doesn't have to be professionally done. It doesn't have to look amazing. The goal is to get rid of those pits and to seal them up when we're finished. So after we apply the self-leveling cement, we're gonna be sealing it up nice and well. So hopefully that'll give it another 10 years or so of durability. And if it looks like crap, whatever. We're going here for 80%, not 100%. So hopefully this video helps you out. Let's get started. Like I said, here are the pits. This is from years of salt in the winter in the Midwest, just kind of melting and just sitting. The salt actually eats away at the cement over time, is how I understand this. This was a DIY epoxy kit. It did look nice back in the day. We recently moved, and so this is what we inherited when we purchased. First things first, we're gonna clean out the existing surface really well with Dawn soap, water, hose, and then we're gonna get the new stuff out and mix it up. I read the instructions very well on the back, had a very precise ratio of water versus cement mixture and a high-powered mixer to do that. This is the consistency going on, and we're just gonna kind of pour it on. It's got a pretty quick working time. We got about 20 to 30 minutes before it starts getting really uncomfortable. It goes on very smoothly. Look at this. And so the more people you have doing this at the same time, the better, because especially if you need more than one bag, and I totally misestimated how many bags I would need. The first time I was feeling really confident, went on very smooth, and then I was like, oh no, I gotta go get another bag at the store, and it ended up being a little bit inconsistent because I had 2 separate pours. It would be better to have multiple people doing it all at once. Here's what it sounds like. This is no joke. This stuff is very durable and very hard. It goes on like this. And of course, we need to seal it up afterwards. You can't just walk away and leave it like that because it will absorb water, and that's not good. So I'm gonna mix up a second batch, new bag, and it kind of depends on how thick you go in terms of how much square footage it will cover. I ended up needing just over 2.5 bags or so for this particular surface. And so this is a little close-up on how it smooths out. You can expect, you got to get a tool like this, by the way, which is like, I don't know, 8 or 9 bucks or so, maybe 15, depending on where you buy it. And we're doing the edges and whatnot. And that's basically it. Next, I bought this blue diamond-tipped sanding pad to go on my orbital sander, and that basically smooths out all the inconsistencies pretty well. And I cleaned it up. And then in terms of, is it ready to paint? I have a little piece of plastic and I just let it sit for 24 hours. No condensation on the underside of that plastic, so we're good to go with paint. The paint choice that I bought, I'll put a link in the description below, but this is what it is. This new surface is thirsty. I did have to wait like 72 hours or so, but this was the end result. A very nice seal over everything. And it's got a tacky feel on the surface, so you won't slip and fall on your rear end when it gets wet. And a little bit of color discoloration there because I did some spot checking. So I recommend doing painting all at once in one go for consistency. And that's it. Hopefully this video helps you out. Good luck with your project.